Bryce, here's the deal. Let's start right here. Let's start right here. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the black and white of it, my man. Is Jimbo Fisher and Mike Elko absolutely needed this victory right here. You and I have talked about it, man. You can't come into the season with college football analysts talking about they're going to go 12-0, they're going to be the college football playoffs, and then all of a sudden you're 3-2 with 2 losses that nobody saw coming, on the verge of 3-3, and some people might start questioning your gig. Some people might start questioning the future of A&M, and this victory right here erases it all, man. This is exactly what my man Jimbo Fisher and Mike Elko needed, no question.
And he's had to, right? So we were talking before the show. I mean, we just signed an extension to 2031 on a hell of a contract. And what we were talking about is, okay, outside of our guy Jameis eating dubs, who is Jimbo really put in a picture and put a product on the field to really validate that? Now, that dude is the king of College Station. That dude is the king of Northgate. Zach Calzada is going to walk in there with my man, Johnny Manziel, probably shots on shots. And I hope he does. But to that point, this is that statement win that ever since they joined the SEC, they wanted that statement win at home. They had it in Tuscaloosa in 12. This is what gives it to them at home. And I think it's just a beautiful story, man. I mean, this was I think they were saying like 567 days since Alabama's last loss. I mean, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful storybook ending right here. Beginning, not ending.
Right.
Trevor.
One more time.
I'm in, baby. I'm in. We're finally here. Hey, I think that I am having Wi-Fi issues because of all the text I'm getting right now. Phone is blowing up. For a guy like me, playing at OU, watching that game this morning, unbelievable football game. And now to watch this, I still got it pulled up on my phone. Aggie Land, Kyle Field is going absolutely nuts. Bryce, to your point, the last time that the Aggies knocked off the Crimson Tide, Johnny Football was around. It's the hoopla, right? They implode the stadium down there just to build a new one up, basically because of that win, right? Yep. Now they're celebrating in that beautiful new stadium. Massive win for Jimbo Fisher and massive win for the Aggies. Unbelievable.
Trevor, real quick, man, you're the only one with experience in College Station, man. I mean, we all from the outside. Look, I was at the SEC Network. I saw some things with Kevin Sumlin. I've obviously followed. I've lived down here in Aggie country. I followed Jimbo Fisher. Look, man, I mean, I know he's contracted through 2031, but, I mean, this wasn't going to be good, man. This wasn't going to be the good for the future of Jimbo Fisher if he just started 3-3 with 3 SEC West losses. I mean, in your mind, how big was this victory tonight, not only for the Aggies, and because the Aggies beat the Crimson Tide, but for Jimbo Fisher and the fact that he's going to be at A&M until 31.
Guys, look at this. I mean, this is why we do what we do. This is why we love football, right? I mean, I'm going to go out and say this on record, and I apologize to my Aggie faithful as a homer. I, all week long, in every conversation I had, gave the Aggies 0% chance to win this game.
You're not alone. I think everybody did.
As did the rest of the world, right?
Yeah.
My only concern was I hope we don't get embarrassed 59-0 to get it home like it happened several years ago, right? I was hoping to put a few points on the board and maybe get a little confidence with a younger quarterback, a younger team. This is absolutely incredible, mind-blowing. It's huge for Jimbo Fisher. It's huge for Aggie Land because that place is different, right? I was talking about it a little while ago with some of the folks that I have in town. To win in Aggie Land goes a little bit further because of the roots of the tradition of how that fan base is, right? I mean, they're going to show up, they're going to stand each and every night. But to have staple wins like this, that's what keeps the money flowing. That's what keeps the people coming back each and every week to Kyle Field. Absolutely massive for Jimbo and the squad.
Well, what about this?
Going.
There's no question about that. I mean, there's a lot of money in College Station, or let's say this, not necessarily in College Station, but flowing through College Station. Trev, Bryce and I talked a little bit about Zach Calzada, man. You talking about a guy, and we've all been there. Hell, I don't want to speak for y'all, but I had stints in my career where I got the hell beat out of me because I wasn't playing very well and I was missing third down throws and I wasn't winning ball games. But when you look at what Zach Calzada's been through, and it's all justified. Look, if you don't play well, hell, you should get beat up. And when you play well, obviously we celebrate you. But he's been through a tough stretch to start the season. Tonight, my man, I don't give a damn who you are. Tonight was special statistically. And if you watch that football game, the way that he medical tent, out of the medical tent, back on the field versus Alabama, win and drive. I mean, put a nail in the coffin, baby. How big was that from your point of view, Trev?
I mean, as you guys know, playing this game in general, but specifically at quarterback, there's a ton of pressure on you to perform well, to lead the team, and to kind of be just that staple of the football program, right? This guy's been walking around campus the last 2 weeks, probably people giving him death stares. He's probably got mail in his mailbox out front saying, let me please walk you to the admissions office, sign your papers, deserve to be on a Division I field. I had that happen to me. That's how I know that it actually happens, right? But this tonight not only is huge for this season, right? This shows that we've got a guy back there that can play, right? He's capable now. He can play at a high level. He's got grit. He's got toughness. Now, what do we turn this into? It's a great job with Jimbo Fisher and the staff during the week internally pumping this guy full of confidence. Now, what can he turn this into? Hey, he's going to be able to go back to Aggieland from this point to really the end of his life, and people will recognize him and reference this game right here. Now, again, it's exciting. It's one night, but pretty special night for that young man as well.
And I know real quick too, just so I, not to cut you off, Clint, because I know we're rolling here, but I tell you what, man, and we'll get to our toast in a second. But watching this game from start to finish, I really can't remember a time that Alabama, and the stat line kind of shows a little bit different picture because they had some long runs here and there. But I can't remember a time that Alabama got beat up in the trenches. A&M came out with a mission tonight and you can tell, and all of us have been in locker rooms, and that's what you miss about the game, because when you have games like this where everybody's already written you off, that's when you see guys kind of come together and be like, man, it's us against the world. And that's exactly how you want it, man. Hats off to the trenches. Those 5 guys up front for A&M and those 4 guys on the defensive line for A&M came to play tonight. I know there's going to be a lot of talk on Zach, and he's going to be getting shots left and right. I'm hoping he buys some of those shots for those linemen today.
Hey, there's no question about it. Look, that's exactly where I was going to go, Bright. Look, don't worry about cutting me off. Hell, I suck the oxygen out of the room, so if you don't cut me off, you're going to have a hard time getting in, brother. But here's the deal. I mean, look, first of all, Zach Calzada, his ass better be sitting next to Johnny Manziel on Northgate tonight doing whatever it is these kids do nowadays, having a good time. I don't know what it is. I don't want no part in it because I don't recover like I used to, but I do want to hear some stories down the road. That's for damn sure. But you're right. Hey, this is why this is bigger. And look, I don't want to go all night about A&M and Alabama, but the fact of the matter is this team had major problems, guys. They replaced 4 offensive linemen from last year. And while Zach Calzada's been getting the hell beat out of him for the last month, the truth of the matter is, Bryce, you and I were talking about this. I watched a play last week that Zach Calzada was getting dog cuts for in the center. Actually, it wasn't the center. It was the right guard was on his ass 7 yards deep in the backfield next to the quarterback. And when I see that happening, I go, hey, man, I don't want to hear no more talk about the quarterback. That you just can't win with that. And so here's the deal. The offensive line, to your point, Bryce, lights out. You beat Alabama. I don't care what the stat sheet says. I don't care what the plus-minus grade sheet say. I don't care what PFF says. You played a damn good football game, and you ran it well, and you protected your passer well enough. And here's the other thing. Mike Elko, guys, I mean, he coached a hell of a game. Bryce, I don't know how many times I heard you leading up to this, like, damn, they're dialing up the blitz now. Yeah. I mean, these guys are putting the pressure on the quarterback now. These guys look good. Bryce Young hadn't quite seen this. I mean, hats off. I salute, tip the cap to not just Zach Calzada, but the O-line and the defense as well.